Good morning, class. Mr. McRae here again, doing another video. This time, this is like a review video on graphing linear equations. We did some on Thursday and Friday's classes. Actually, no, sorry, Monday and Tuesday's classes. Thursday and Friday classes were the makeup days. So basically, I wanted to take some opportunity to go over how to graph linear equations once again, and also show you in standard form as well how to graph a linear equation, and then also to actually pull out the equation from the graph itself. So that's where our focus is going to be today. Then Thursday, Friday classes, we're basically going to talk about solutions in a line as well. So, okay, so listen up. If you guys remember this information, great. But if you don't, this is a great opportunity to get this information now. Okay, so what do we know? All right, so graphing linear equations. All right. Remember, we've always had this form: y equals mx plus b. Okay, and then the m is always going to be the slope, aka rate of change, aka change over y over change over x, x2 minus x1. I'm sorry, y2 minus y1, x2 over x1, slope. Okay, then we have the y-intercept, and we know what the y-intercept was. That was basically where it crosses the it crosses the y-axis. Okay, so those two things we need to know, and that basically will tell us our information. All right, so m, okay, in this situation is, what is that? We got y equals negative 4/5 x plus 2. So what did we say? When we have a negative on the outside, it means it goes with the the numerator. So it's negative 5 over 4 is the slope. Okay, and the y-intercept of the b, okay, is 2. All right, so how do we graph this? All right, so we know this is the y-intercept is 2. So basically, go up to 2, and I put a point here. That's number one. Second thing is, I know this change in y over change in x. So where do I go in y? Down, and then the x tells us where we go, right or left. So it's negative 5, so we're going to, instead of rise, we're going to go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go over right because it's positive 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bang. And there is, oh, look at that. Even made a nice line here. Your graph. Okay. So again, all you have to do is find the y-intercept and the slope, and then you can basically make your graph from those points from there. Okay. So let's try another one, and then we'll move on into some harder stuff. Okay, so we have y equals negative 1/4 x minus 1. Okay, so we need to know the m and we need to know the b. Okay, the m is negative 1/4. Okay, and the y-intercept is negative 1. Okay, so then we go back to the graph. Negative 1, boom, up. 1 second. Got to make a layer on this. Oh, there you go. Okay. Whoa. Sorry, guys. Whoops. There it is. All right. So, yes, negative 1 right here. And then we have change over y, change over x. We got negative 1. So we go down 1, and then we go over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. And there's our other point. And there is my line. Well, yay. Great job, McRae. All right. So let's move on to another one. Harder stuff here. So I think we got to understand how to graph from a linear equation at this point. All right. So let's look at these equations here. Got some layers on that as well. Okay. All right. So we have 2x plus y equals negative 5. Okay. So remember, we have to get this into this form. Y equals mx plus b. Okay. So we have to do whatever it takes to make that happen. So remember, if we remember back to inverse operations and basically 1 and 2 steps equation, we're basically going to use all those properties to make this equation into y equals mx plus b form. Okay, so we have 2x on this side plus y equals negative 5. So like we did before, we put a line down the middle, and then we figured out, okay, how do I get y by itself? So I have to minus 2x from both sides of the equation. Okay, now I wouldn't divide. Some people like to do that, but you want to minus 2 from both sides of the equation because it's positive 2x. So that cancels, and we end up with y equals negative 2x minus 5. And lo and behold, there is our y equals mx plus b form right there, okay? So then all we have to do is graph this portion. All right, so what do we know? The b is negative 5. The m is negative 2 over 1. Now, why did I go negative 2 over 1? Because that tells me I have to go one space over to the right. And that's also the fraction number of a whole number 2. Okay, so let's go down negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. And then from there, what are we going to do? Change in y is negative 2. So 1, 2. And then over 1 to the right. And there's our line. Okay, so again, you have to use some kind of the inverse operations, and then that'll basically put into slope-intercept form, and you can basically graph from there. Okay, let's try another one. All right, so now we have 2y. 2y equals 4x. Whoa, sorry guys. Whoops. I don't know why it keeps doing that on me. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. All right. A good video too. All right, so let's look at this one here. Okay. All right, so we have 2y equals 4x minus 8. Okay, so we put the line down the middle here. Why is this a problem? We remember because it's y equals mx plus b. There's a y on this side, but the problem is it's a coefficient in front of it. So we wanted to get it just a regular y. Okay, so how do we do that? So for coefficient in front of it means it's 2 times the number equals whatever is on the right side here. So we have to figure out what the inverse of multiplication is, which is division. So I'm going to divide this by 2. And then I have to do that to the other side as well. So I got to divide everything on the other side by 2. Okay, so this would cancel, and I end up with y equals, okay, and this becomes 2x, and this becomes negative 4. Okay, so I have y equals 2x minus 4. So then I just have to determine what b and my m is. Okay, so my b is negative 4. Okay, my m is 2 over 1, and I'm done. Okay, so now I go negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, right here. And I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2 over 1. And there's my line. So, like I said, you just basically can use 2 points. Once you get those 2 points and figure out what the y-intercept and the slope is, you can basically solve most of these problems, okay? So let's try a couple more. Let's try it the other way. Let's go the inverse. Okay, now we have the actual, now we have the lines and the equations. Now we have to determine what the equation is. Let me make a layer here. I got you. All right. So, all right. So how do we do this? Well, first, we got to figure out what the b and what the slope is so we can make the equation. Okay. Because remember, it has to go into y equals mx plus b form. Okay. So what do we know? The easiest thing we know. Okay. Where does it cross the y-axis? Okay. So across the y-axis right here. So that's basically 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it's positive 3. Okay. Now I just got to figure out what the slope is. Okay. So if you think about it, okay, what is it starts here, okay, right here. And then what it does it rise or, does it rise or run? Okay. So right here, it goes down, okay, this way, and it goes to the origin. And then it runs to the right. So I think about it, it's going to go down 3. And how many over? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's negative 3. So negative 3 over 4. Okay. That would be the slope. Okay, just by figuring that out. You could also do it like this. You could also say, okay, 0, 3. You can also say, okay, what is this? This is 4, 0, and then do it the other way. Basically, y1, y2 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so you could get the same answer instead of doing it this way with finding the slope and counting the boxes. You could do it with just the coordinate points. Okay, if you just remember back what we've talked about before. So it would be 0, 3 over 4, 0. Okay, yeah, 0, 3, yeah, 0, yeah. And that would give us negative 3 over 4. Same thing that we got over there. Okay. So again, like I said, you could do it. You could do it that way. It really doesn't matter. Okay. It's just, as long as I said, it's just basically if you could, whatever way fits you best. Okay. But the most important thing is basically putting this into equation. So then all you have to do is to put it in the form. So y equals negative 3/4. Okay. Negative 3/4 x plus 3. And that would be the equation of that line. Negative 3/4 x plus 3. Okay. All right. Hope we get that. Let's try another one. Let's try another one here. Okay. Sorry, guys. This thing is running for me. It doesn't want to do its work today. All right. So again, remember for B, we need to know the B. We need to know the M. Okay. So here's the point that crosses the y-axis. That's the easiest one to find first. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that's a 4. Okay. So, and then where's this point right here? So we can go down and we could just go right across. Okay. So how many to go down? 1, 2, 3. That's negative 3. How many go over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then so it would be negative 3/5. Okay. Actually, yes, that would be correct. Okay. Now, I could do it the other way by basically putting it back into the equation and then solving it that way and finding the answer that way as well. This is, I think this is 0, 3 here. And this is 1, what is this? No, yeah, no, this is 5, 1. No, 4. Sorry, this is 4. 0, 4, and this is 1, excuse me, 5, 1. Yeah, 5, 1. Okay, and so that's why you would get your answer right there. Okay, this would be y1 minus y2, and you should be able to get the answer of 3/5 on that one as well. Okay, so you can actually do that out, but I think we get the idea. Okay, so from here, basically, I'll let me put the equation together. Y equals negative 3/5, okay, plus 4, and that would be it. Okay, so again, like I said, guys, there's plenty of ways to do this stuff. You can use it through the coordinate points. All you need to know is your y-intercept and then also your slope, and you can make the equation. And I think we can reduce that information and work through it. So enjoy the day, guys. Enjoy the snow, and we will talk to you soon. Bye now.